Good evening. Good evening, all of you. So, how are you all? I just waited because in some of the areas uh, it is heavily raining. Hari. So, how are you all? I know some of you, I don't know whether they are available here. Some are unable to join at this moment, right? Because number of students were affected because of the bad weather, right? Not only in faraway places, but also in Colombo and Gampaha districts, some are affected by floods. I hope you all are safe. Actually, I sent messages to those who I can remember that they are living in those areas. එහෙම මතක තිබුණ අයට messages යවලා ඇහුවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කොළඹ ගම්පහ නම් ඇහුවේ නැහැ. මම common message එකක් දැම්මේ. දන්නේ නැහැනේ කාට affect වෙනවද කියලා. ඒ මුණත් හැමෝටම යවන්න වෙනවා. මේ ඈත කියලා මතක තිබුණ අයට මට මිස් වෙච්ච අය ඇති. මිස් වුණා කියන්නේ මම දන්නේ නැතුව කොහෙද ඉන්නේ කියලා. එම අය ඇති. නැත්තම් මම messages යවලා ඇහුවා. Right? Fortunately, none of them were that much badly affected, but as Sri Lankans, we saw that a lot of people were badly affected, right? Loss of lives. That is the main thing. Okay, Netushi. And loss of property. නේද හිතා ගන්න බැරි තරම් මෙතන මට සමහර අය එවලා තිබුණා messages මෙහෙම floods and when I sent WhatsApp messages to the group and personally some of them were unable to see them because I actually that was my fault. I couldn't remember that they don't have these connections properly. so මට SMS එවලා තිබුණා ඒ ටික මම පස්සේ දැක්කේ මම මේ ඇත්තටම SMS check කළේ නැහැ WhatsApp විතරයි බැලුවේ. ඒත් සමහර අයට WhatsApp open කරගන්න බැරි වෙලා තිබුණා due to connection issues. And most of the students didn't have a proper electricity connection, right? For days. දවස් කීපයක් යනකම් කරන්ට් එක තිබුණේ නැහැ. ඒ නිසා තමයි මම ඔයගලන්ට අර Monday session එකක් දාලා ඒක cancel කළේ. මොකද එහෙම ගොඩක් අය affect වෙලා ඉද්දි හොඳ නෑනේ. මම grade 10 පටන් ගත්තා Tuesday. හැබැයි ඒ class එකෙත් පස්සේ තමයි මම දැක්කේ SMS වල තියෙනවා මෙහෙම as they are affected කියලා. ඉතින් එතකොට it is not nice to conduct classes because electricity තිබුණත් සමහර අයට internet connection issues තිබුණා නේද? ඒ නිසා තමයි I just cancelled the session. Anyway, so if you affected, actually you have to be thankful that you are safe, means there was no any loss of lives, right? You have to be thankful for that. If you were affected, actually you have to think that we have to make this consider this as a challenge, right? So when we face challenges, we can just stand up more stronger than earlier, right? So accept that as a challenge. Some people actually they haven't experienced floods before, right? flood කියලා දෙයක් කලින් එහෙම හම් වෙලාම නැති අය ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් එහෙම අයත් මේ සැරේ experience කළා. ඉතින් so accept it as a challenge. As since it was unexpected, they were unable to කතා කළාම අනේ ඔක්කොම හරි මේ notes ටික නැති වෙච්ච එක තමයි කියලා කිව්වා. ඉතින් in my case I told I will provide. I don't have the notes actually. When I can share the tudes, but in those tudes I have prepared them in the question and answer format. No, so only the questions are available in the tude. So actually without the answers they can't study. No, therefore I told I will share the recordings, previous recordings, not only with the students in my classes, but with any other student who was affected. right? එම ඔයගොල්ලන්ටත් මම groups වල දැම්ම. එහෙම කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා නම් මම Facebook එකෙත් දැම්මා. එහෙම එවන්න කියලා. එහෙම එවපු කීප දෙනෙක් හිටියා. සමහර අයට තාම එහෙම ඉගෙන ගන්න තරම් තත්ත්වයක් ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. ගෙවල් අස් කරගෙන නේද? Mm, some haven't returned homes yet. ඉතින් එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් පුළුවන් විදිහට ඔයගොල්ලෝ උදව් කරන්න නැති හැම කෙනාම පුළුවන් විදිහට ඉස්සරහටත් ඒ අයට උදව් කරන්න. එහෙම දැනගත්තොත් පුළුවන් විදිහට. එක්කෙනාට පුළුවන් විදිහවල් වෙනස්නේ. ඒ නිසා නෝට් එකක් නෝට්ස් ඉල්ලුවොත් මට සයන්ස් ටික දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මේ for the other subjects, I told them that if I can ask from other students whether they can share the notes of other subjects, I will help in that manner කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගෙනුත් එහෙම ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොයලා බලන්න එහෙම notes කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා නම් ඒක ලොකු පිනක් වගේම. ඉතින් ඒක අපි මේ වෙලාවේ කරන්න ඕනේ දෙයක්, right? Because we were able to see the uncertainty of lives and everything, right? In few seconds everything is gone. Nisa, we have to help the others as much as possible. Neither. Hari. So we are starting grade 9 work today, and I told that we will do a revision on grade 8 work as well. We did revision throughout the month of November, but since the school dates have been postponed, we don't know when the term test will be there. Sometimes I don't know. They haven't mentioned about the term tests yet, right? ඉතින් අපි බලමු කොහොම හරි අපි ඒකටත් ලෑස්ති පිට ඉමු. ඒ නිසා ඉස්සෙල්ලාම questions අපි MCQs ටිකක් කරලා grade 8. After that we'll move on to the grade 9 lesson. හරිද? Yes පුතේ. That's what Pude, I don't know exactly. They haven't mentioned anything about the term tests. There are certain requests from teachers. I saw in the teachers groups, they have asked not to conduct the term tests because most of the students are affected. එම ඉල්ලීම් කරලා තිබුණා. හැබැයි තාම එහෙම decision එකක් නම් දීලා නැහැ. ඒ නිසා අපි තියයි කියලා හිතලා ඒකටත් touch එකේ ඉන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? මොකද we can't forget the grade 8 subject matter and move on to grade 9 no. So the knowledge is continued. Therefore, we will do some revision. So your schools, the government schools are started on the 16th, but the private schools may be earlier than that. Some of you have finished your term tests and got the marks even. Nisa, for about half an hour, we'll do a revision on grade 8 work. Then after that, I will start the grade 9 lesson. Okay? Hari, turn on the videos, all of you. Still, if you haven't sent me a message mentioning that you were affected or if you need any help, you can send a message, right? Hari, can you start the questions? You can mark the answers only. We will discuss the answers. Here's Anuja, Ashlin, Dion. Make a kalada api. Make a okomatika kalada Anatolima. Up to the second question, we have done. Hari, again we have to do from the third one. Is it? Third ekat kala wage mata. Second, again I have to discuss up to the second one. Then okay, then start the third question. Because we did a number of question papers and I shared number of question papers with you with the answers, right? So I can't exactly remember. Udan, Uma, Tiana, turn on the video. Windu, Shashmi, Netushi, okay. Taruk, yes, Puti, keep your videos on and write the answers. Answer, can't you see? Hmm. That's so maybe due to a connection issue. Then shall I share my screen? Give me 1 minute. Please wait. Okay, now I will share. Now you can see, right? Those who have finished the term tests and those who joined to see the grade 9 work, please wait for a few minutes, right? Have you answered part A? හරි. ඔව් අද ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා videos on කරලා නැති. Have you finished part B also? Not yet. Yes, Suvindu, Shashmi, Rama. හරි. දැන් බලමුනේ පුතේ ඇති. හරි. Let's discuss. So I will stop screen sharing, right? Okay. So here it says the covalent board එක හරියට පේන්නේ නැති අය just raise your hands. Those who can't see the board properly. Ansana, Ihansa, Varni. Hari, කියන්නේ not for all of you, right? Maybe due to the connection issues, due to raining, right? Is it raining? එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්. කමක් නැහැ. I will discuss the answers since most of you can see. ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහගෙන correct කරගන්න පුතේ. Below are 4 circuits designed by 4 students, right? You can see different 4 different circuits, but in all the 4 circuits you can see there are 2 bulbs, 2 dry cells. That's all. Which of these circuits are the Are the bulbs connected in series? Yes, what are they? Bulbs connected in series? Those are? Yes, yes. Yes. B and D. B and D. The bulbs are connected in series. B and D. Which of these circuit or circuits are the cells connected in parallel? Cells parallelly connected. So the cells connected parallelly. Anna. Cells connected parallel. A and D. A and D. In the previous one it asked bulbs connected in series. That is B and D. Okay? Then third part it asks which circuit has the highest brightness of bulbs? Highest brightness of the bulbs. What is it? C. Yes, in C, the cells are connected in series. Therefore, it provides a high voltage. And since the bulbs are connected parallelly, what happens? The current gets divided across them and they will give the highest brightness. Right? The two bulbs will receive more current. Right? So, in this case, what happens? Since they are connected in series, the resistance increases. Therefore, the current flow is less. Therefore, the brightness is less. Therefore, the answer, which circuit has the highest brightness, the answer is C. Okay? Cells in series and the bulbs connected parallelly. Which circuit has the lowest brightness of bulbs? Lowest brightness. What did you say? Lowest brightness of the bulbs. Yes. What is it? Circuit D. Yeah, yes. D, in D, the cells are connected parallelly. Cells are connected parallelly and the two bulbs are connected in series. So, the two bulbs will receive less amount of electric current. Right? In A, it would be somewhat greater than D. A would be greater than D. Therefore, you can select D as the lowest brightness. Lowest brightness. Hari. Which device should be connected to measure the current flowing through the above circuits? Which device should be connected to measure the current flowing through the circuits? What is it? Yes? That is to measure the current? Oh, come on, voice. What about the other? Sleeping. Yes, that is the ammeter. Ammeter, or if you have mentioned as milliammeter, that is also correct. Okay? Situn? Oh, Situn. Taruk, Fama, Tarani, Tarushi, Pawan, Uvindu, Shashmi. I'm going to appear. Hari. Then that is part A. Then part B. Part B, it says it is a setup to check an effect of electricity. What is, so here we discussed this effect, this activity, right? Here there is a circuit with a switch and a dry cell. And here there are 3 iron nails. In between the iron nails A and B, they have connected a copper wire. In between the iron nails B and C, they have connected a nichrome wire. So, you know, copper and nichrome have different electrical conductivity and they have different resistivity as well. So, they will get heated in different amounts. So, what effect of electricity is examined here? Thermal effect or the heating effect of electricity. Heating effect of electricity. Since the since the resistivity of the two metals is different, they get heated in different amounts. Copper is a good electrical conductor. It has less resistivity. Therefore, it gets heated less. Nichrome is a poor electrical conductor, but its resistivity is high. Therefore, it gets heated a lot. That is why nichrome wires are used in electrical appliances with heating effect to make the wire coil. මතකයි නේද? මතකද? Now we answered the first part. Then number 2, which wire is hotter, warmer after the switch is closed? So that is the nichrome wire. Nichrome wire is warmer. Give reasons for the answer. So what is the reason? What did you say? Piyahamu. Yes, කවුද කියන්නේ? Umar, Rushdi, what did you say? Because the resistance of nichrome. Actually, the exact term is resistivity. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ resistivity කියන එක දන්නේ නැහැ නේ. අපි කියන්නේ resistance කියලා. Therefore, it's correct. The nichrome has a higher resistance than copper. Therefore, it gets heated more. Right. Number 4. Write 2 electrical devices made using the effect of electricity. Made using this effect of electricity. Yes, Mihaly. Yes, electrical devices. Yes. What is it? I couldn't hear. Then we'll. Water heater, the immersion heater. Immersion heater. What else? I can hear other noises, not your answer. Yes. I heard a heater. Heater means you have to say immersion heater, right? Immersion heater. Then what else? Yes, farmer. මට ඇහෙනවා ඇහෙන එකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක්ද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔව් microwave. Electric oven, there is a coil. Then electric kettle, electric iron, okay. In the iron also, yes, heating effect is there, no? Right? In the iron, there is the bimetallic strip also to regulate the temperature. But heating effect is there, rice cooker, hot plate, induction cooker, right? Okay. Then mention 2 other effects of electricity which are used apart from the above effect of electricity. 2 other effects other than the heating effect. Chemical effect of electricity, magnetic effect of electricity, light effect of electricity. Hari, we discussed about all these effects, right? On electricity lesson එකේම හොඳට මතක් කරගන්න. You have so many things to do during the holidays. This holiday was a challenging holiday for most of you, right? And අවුරුදු ගානකට පස්සේ වෙච්ච ඔගොල්ලෝ experience කරපු ඕන natural disasters වලිනුත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් හැබැයි papers හදලා ඇති disaster එකට කලින් papers හදලා තියෙන්න ඇති. මේ the largest natural disaster you faced in your life, right? You are not there in 2004 tsunami, no? After that, this is the largest one. So most of the people in the country were affected. Hari, ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ? You have to revise all the lessons in grade 8, right? While you are starting grade 9 work, You have to revise all the lessons and keep in touch. You can go through the questions that we had done, right? Go through them, just think of the answers. You can write them down once again, right? There for another, today is the 5th, no? Until 19th, like we'll do. Even uh, I don't know when the holidays will be given after the schools are started on the 16th. ඒ ගැන අයිඩියා එකකුත් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා ඉතින් අපි එන විදිහට වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕනේනේ. So we'll see the 19th වෙනකන් I can do a question like this, right? Other than the grade 9 work. From January onwards, we will continue only the grade 9 work, right? Hari. එහෙනම් we'll stop the revision part and let's move on to I remove the pen drive now. Let's move on to grade 9 work. So before I start the grade 9 work, I have to say something. If you didn't study the things daily basis in grade 8 also, now it's your time to start something new. Harida, make it a practice. Because in grade 9 actually there are so many new lessons that had been added. So like nanotechnology, green concept, right? ඒ වගේ අලුත් lessons add කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් you have to study so many things. ඒක don't make it a burden. So I have always told you that you can enjoy this journey of studying. Actually, education is the only thing that you can reach the higher destinations, right? It is the bridge that takes you to higher destinations. ඒ නිසා just do it happily, make it something enjoyable. Then only you will be able to achieve what you want in future. Therefore, my request is to revise the things on the day itself. කියන්න බැහැ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට, since we finish at 10 o'clock tomorrow during Saturday. Just allocate half an hour to revise the things that we had discussed. අදම පුළුවන් නම් ගොඩක් හොඳයි. අද තව පැය භාගයක් අරන් මේ ටික ටටක් ගාලා මතක් කරගෙන highlight කරලා එහෙම දාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් අද නිදාගත්තාම හොඳටම මතකයට යනවා. ඉතින් එහෙම කරන්න අමාරු අය ඉන්නවා නම් දැන් හැබැයි චූටි බබාලත් නෙමෙයි grade 9. In another 1 year you will be in grade 10. You will be getting prepared to an exam. ඒ නිසා පුළුවන් නම් අදම කරන්න. If it is difficult, you can do it tomorrow early in the morning before you go for the other classes or sports activities. Early in the morning you can study the things. Study කියන්නේ එතකොට අර ඔයගොල්ලෝ කෑ ගහ ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් එකට කලින් පාඩම් කරනවා වගේ ඕනේ නැහැ. පැය භාගයක් අරගෙන ටටක් ගාලා මතක් කරගන්න. You can remember the things that we had watched, the things that we had discussed. නේද? එතකොට හොඳට මතකයට යනවා. That is the way. Then this would be very easy. Otherwise, not like in grade 8 actually. There are so many things to remember. That's why. නිසා අදම හිතාගන්න I will do it like that. Right? You have to do so. එතකොට අපි ඉවර කරන lesson එකක් ගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ we will have assessments as well. එතකොට දැන් theory paper කියලා දෙකක් නැහැ. එකටම යන්නේ. එතකොට we will discuss questions in the class from January, right? December grade 8 ඒවා කතා කරලා from January onwards we'll do questions. Hari. So we are going to discuss about the applications of microorganisms. In grade 8 also you learned about microorganisms in the first lesson. Please turn on the videos, those who are invisible. We are talking about microorganisms. They are only invisible. You have to be visible. Hari. So here we are going to discuss about the applications. Last year you learned about the groups of microorganisms, right? What are the uses of the microorganisms, the advantages as well as the ill effects, the disadvantages of microorganisms. The 5 groups of microorganisms. Monand, what are the 5 groups? Yes, all of you. Who think? All of you. What are the 5 groups of microorganisms? දැන් grade 9 වලට ආවා කියන්නේ කතා කරන එක අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම හිතුවද? උතර නම් දෙන්නම හොඳ නැහැ. එහෙම හිතාගෙනද අද ආවේ? ආ? ඔව් ඔව්. බැක්ටීරියා, fungi, virus, protozoa. තව එක්කෙනෙක් අඩුයි. බැක්ටීරියා, virus. Actually virus, we consider them as we don't consider them as living or non-living because they have both characteristics. They don't have an the cellular organization and the other life functions are not carried out by virus, right? They just reproduce or they multiply inside a living cell, right? They don't show any other life processes like respiration and all these. But we mention it as a group of microorganisms since they just multiply themselves inside living cells as well as they cause diseases, they act as pathogens, right? Hari. Enam bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, and virus. Right? These were the 5 groups, and we mentioned that they have a wide range of habitats, and out of these, bacteria are widely distributed. They are the most abundant group of microorganisms, right? They are spread everywhere. Now, after a natural disaster like this, especially after floods, there can be a lot of disease conditions. Therefore, you have to be careful when you are consuming food as well as water, right? Better not, I can't say better not to, because some are in these camps and all this, so they can't prepare food. But for most of you who are living at home, better to consume food prepared at home, right? And always boil water and drink, because there can be so many pathogens, and there may be so many communicable diseases spreading. Hari. So here we are going to discuss about the applications of microorganisms. Actually, once we say microorganisms, we just remember all the unfavorable things related to them, right? They cause diseases කියන එක තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලම මතකයට එන්නේ. But only few of the microorganisms are responsible for these disadvantages, the ill effects, right? But most of the microorganisms are favorable. There are a wide range of applications which are very useful for us, right? Therefore, most of them are favorable, right? So here I have mentioned certain things related to microorganisms that you have already learned in the previous year, just to revise. Hari, let's see. බලමු මොනවද කියන්නේ කියලා. Microorganisms are, yes Uma, where are you? Microorganisms are a type of organisms that cannot be seen with our naked eye. So we can develop that definition, which cannot be seen with our naked eye when taken individually, right? When they are available as individuals, we can't see them, isn't it? Then we call them as microorganisms. Some of the microorganisms are unicellular. They are made of a single cell. And some are made out of a group of cells. There are multicellular microorganisms as well. Both unicellular and multicellular ones are there. Either unicellular or multicellular. Then they live everywhere around us, including the human body. In and on our body, there are so many microorganisms, right? At this moment also. Most microorganisms are useful. Most of them are useful and have favorable impacts on human beings as well as other animals and plants. There are so many favorable impacts. They are the most abundant group of living organisms, since they have a wide range of habitats and they are widely distributed. They are distributed in wide range of habitats. They have a simple structure. Though they are multicellular, though some of them are multicellular, they have a very simple structure. Rate of growth and regeneration of microorganisms is very high. That is why they can spread diseases faster when they act as pathogens. Since they multiply faster, they can spread the diseases faster. Now, when a virus enters our body, it multiplies rapidly inside our body cells, right? That is how it becomes virulent. It causes the disease to us. They have different feeding habits as well, right? So bacteria and fungi, out of the 5, 2 groups act as the decomposers, right? They act as the decomposers. They are important to decompose the dead plant and animal materials, right? Bacteria and fungi. Major types of microorganisms are bacteria, as you told, fungi, algae, protozoa. Viruses are also considered under microorganisms, and viruses have features in between living and non-living, right? In between living and non-living. Hari. Yes, Pute. Actually like the others, but they can't do anything when they are on a non-living surface or a substance. When they enter inside the living cell only, they can multiply. They have a simple structure, a DNA or RNA molecule and a protein capsid, right? So once they enter a living cell, then they can multiply. So they, like the other organisms. Then in grade 11 we are going to in grade 9 we are going to discuss about the evolutionary process as well. There we say that the first living organism evolved was an anaerobic bacterium. It was evolved in water, right, which we call as the primordial soup, right? It was evolved in water, a liquid medium. Likewise, once these other organisms were evolved from them, the virus may also have evolved, but they can survive only in living cells, right? They can't do anything on a non-living surface, right? Then if a virus is available on the table, surface of the table, it can't do anything. But when you touch it and touch your nose or mouth, then it can enter the body. Then it can multiply easily inside the body, right? Hari. So the types of microorganisms. First, I have mentioned about bacteria, right? Some of the names are given. Lactobacillus bulgaricus. Lactobacillus means these are associated with milk-based products, right? Then formation of yogurt, curd. They are also the bacterial activity effects, right? Coagulation of milk takes place. මේ නම් පාඩම් කරගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. නිකන් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම ලියන්න අහන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම කියලාම තියෙනවා you don't need to remember those names කියලා. හැබැයි මෙතන විතරයි. දැන් අපි ඊළඟට කතා කරනවා about nitrogen fixation. What is the specific bacterium for the extraction of metals? Likewise, there we mention about specific microorganisms names. These things you have to remember. මෙතන මේ examples ඒවා මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Right? Lactobacillus bulgaricus. So all these are given in italics since they are scientific names, right? Bacillus anthracis, Acetobacter aceti, Vibrio cholera, Bacillus anthracis causes anthrax disease. ඊළඟට මෙතන Vibrio cholera causes cholera. These are given for extra knowledge, right? ඊට පස්සේ ඔන්න මෙතන I have shown the shapes of bacteria. They have different shapes. With the round shaped ones, these are known as coccus. Make up for extra knowledge I have given. So, ඒවත් කියන්න බෑ නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහොම කටපාඩම් කරන්න යන්න එපා. Don't by heart. Right? Round shaped ones, these are given the name coccus. Right? They may be available in single or in pairs or chains. Chain එකක් විදිහට තියෙනවා නම් we call it as strepto. Right? Clusters like this. Then rod shaped ones, sausage like ones are known as bacillus, right? දැන් මෙතන කිව්වේ bacillus bacillus anthracis කියලා තියෙනවා. Bacillus thuringiensis is there. Pairs, singles and pairs. Chains, streptobacillus කියලා කියනවා. Flagellated, the flagellum is there for some of the varieties. ඊළඟට spirochetes, spiral shaped ones. ඊළඟට ස්පිරිලුම් කියලා කියනවා. ඊළඟට කොමා shaped අය ඉන්න. කොමා එක දන්නා නේද? එතකොට Vibrio cholera has the comma shape. අන්න ඒ වගේ I just wanted to tell you that they are available in different shapes. අර කමා එක දාන අන්න ඒ වගේ shape එකක් තියෙනවා. For example, Vibrio cholera. හරි. Then we'll see what are the features of bacteria. මොනවාද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්න features? Are they unicellular or multicellular? ඉස්සලා මේක කියන්න. Yes. These are unicellular, right? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතයින අර pairs විදිහට ඉන්නවා, chains විදිහට ඉන්නවා. එතකොට multicellular නෑ. ඒ එක එක individuals ලා different individuals have got together there. But an individual is a single cell. Therefore, you have to say these are unicellular, right? Unicellular as well as microscopic. Unicellular, microscopic. You can note down the things. Unicellular, then microscopic. I will write it here. And they have different shapes, as I mentioned, right? Different body shapes are there. Coccus, round shaped or spherical, ඊළඟට rod shaped, spiral shaped. Different body shapes are there. ඊළඟට sorry? These are prokaryotes. Actually, since we haven't defined the term prokaryotic and eukaryotic, we not better not to write, right? Prokaryotic means they don't have an organized nucleus. ඒක අපි grade 10 වල කියලා දෙනවා prokaryotic, eukaryotic කියන්නේ. Right. ඊළඟට we can say they are distributed in a wide range of habitats. Right? These are the most abundant group of microorganisms, right? They are distributed in wide range of habitats. Wide range of habitats. Then for examples, we will move on to the examples that we had mentioned on the previous page. Right? එතනම අපි ලියමු examples මොනවාද කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ. Once you have finished writing the features, then spelling mistakes එහෙම කරන්න බෑ ඔන්න. හරිද? Since you are in grade 9. දැන් ටික ටික ඒවා අඩු වෙන්න ඕනේ. හරි. So shall we move on to the previous set of examples? So there you were given Lactobacillus bulgaricus. So actually these are available in milk as well as milk-based products. For the production of milk-based products, the dairy products, these are important in milk and milk-based products. Milk-based products. Right? Then Bacillus anthracis cause anthrax disease, right? Cause anthrax disease. Anthrax disease. Then Acetobacter aceti, that is Acetobacter aceti, this is used in vinegar production. Vinegar is acetic acid. Acetobacter aceti is used in vinegar production. Vibrio cholera causes cholera disease. This is also possible these days. Cholera. Uma, where are you? Rhizobium, correct. It is also a bacterium which is important for the nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation free living bacteria as well as symbiotic bacteria. Right? Taruk, Udan, Shashmi, what about you? Shashmihara. Hamza, who Hamza? Hamza, where are you? Where is it, Hamza? Hmm. Hari. Then let's move on. Then the second group is fungi. So there are fungal varieties. Make up samhara fungi kela pronounce karna. These exist as unicellular or multicellular. Some are unicellular, some are multicellular, right? You are shown Saccharomyces, that is yeast, right? Saccharomyces is yeast. Mucor, bread molds. Grade 8 you can have a slice of bread and put few drops of water on it and keep it inside a closed container to avoid the damage caused by other organisms. Then after 2-3 days, you can see the growth of fungi. That is mucor, that black, white and ash color thing. That is mucor, bread molds. The grade 8 wala. Saccharomyces. Mushrooms are the reproductive structures of a group of fungi, agaricus, right? Reproductive structures. Saccharomyces is yeast. On examples, since these are scientific names, these are given in italics. When we are typing, we have to use italics. If you are writing the name, you have to underline the name. And that is the rule. When we are writing a scientific name, we have to write and underline. Yeast is not the scientific name, therefore I didn't underline. Saccharomyces is the scientific name. Since it is printed, it is given in italics. Mucor, bread molds. Hari. Examples only you can write. Saccharomyces, write and underline the name. At the same time, study the spellings. Write the names. Yes, Pute. Mm, yes, not photosynthetic, actually, we can say autotrophic, right? Autotrophic bacteria. There are chemo-autotrophic bacterial varieties. Right? Some of the bacteria can produce their own food, and some are decomposers, right? Most of the bacteria act as decomposers. So don't say photosynthetic, they are autotrophic. Some of them are autotrophic, some are heterotrophic. Hari. So we can write the features. Then yeast is Saccharomyces or yeast, that is unicellular, right? ඒකත් අහනවා සමහර වෙලාවට in the MCQs unicellular, and this one is multicellular. Then we'll note down the features. So you can say unicellular or multicellular. Alian, unicellular under the features, right? Unicellular or multicellular. And in fungi, we know that the fungal mycelium, this thread-like network is visible. That is known as the mycelium, right? So when they are available in colonies, they are visible to our naked eyes. When they are available in colonies, they are visible to our naked eye. And most of the time, we see the fungal growth on moist surfaces, right? On when the wooden substances get wet, we can see the formation of the mushrooms. They can be seen on wet surfaces, right? Wet surfaces. So we'll mention they thrive on wet or moist surfaces. Live and thrive on wet or moist surfaces. Okay. Then reproductive structures. Reproductive structures. Then අපිට bread molds පේනවානේ. Because they exist as a colony, they are a large group of individuals of some fungi. Are visible to our naked eyes. Example, mushrooms. Mushrooms. Hari. Then shall we move on to the third group? Those are protozoans. Once we discuss about all 5 groups, we'll watch a video, right? දැන් ඉස්සරහට මම ප්‍රශ්න එහෙම අහනවා individually. දැන් අද පටන් ගත්ත ගමන්නේ. Hari. Protozoans. Mainly different protozoans. Amoeba. It does not have a regular shape, irregular shape, right? And it makes pseudopodia for its locomotion. The pseudopodia are used for its locomotion. The paramecium has the shape of a sole of a shoe. And it has tiny hair-like projections around the cell, which we call as cilia for its locomotion. We will mention about this. Yes, in addition to that, there is euglena, plasmodium, right? These are also belonging to the same group. Examples. So you are given amoeba and paramecium. So when you are writing the names, you have to underline amoeba, paramecium, then euglena. Euglena has got a special ability other than the other protozoans. The euglena can photosynthesize, right? And it has got a flagellum for its locomotion. Then plasmodium vivax, it causes malaria. Plasmodium. So let's mention the features as well. They are unicellular, right? Unicellular and microscopic. Unicellular as well as microscopic. මේ ගමම මතක තියාගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ තව එක සැරයක් බලා ගන්න. Then they use different appendages for locomotion. Use different structures for locomotion. Different structures used for locomotion. For example, amoeba uses pseudopodia or false feet. Pseudopodia. Or we call them as false feet. Vyajapada. False feet. Then paramecium uses cilia. Those hair-like projections. Cilia. Then euglena has a flagellum. Flagellum is singular, flagella is plural, right? So what are their habitats? They live in aquatic environments or in other organisms. For example, plasmodium lives inside our body. It is in the bloodstream. Then amoeba, paramecium, euglena, these are available in aquatic environments, in water, right? Lives in aquatic environments or in other living bodies. හරි නේද? Animals, yes. Actually, in the evolutionary process, we can see close relationships like that. Then there is a group known as echinodermata, the invertebrate group. They are closely related to the chordates. කොකෝ දැන් කට්ටිය එන්න පේන්න ආපහු. මට අද එච්චරම emphasize කරලා කියන්නත් බෑ. In some of the places it is said that there is heavy rains and especially thundering. ඒ නිසා ඒ වුණාට turn on the videos those who are possible. Hari. Shall we move on? Right. Algae, the fourth group of microorganisms. These are photosynthetic, right? Chlamydomonas. There are two flagella and it has a cup-shaped chloroplast. The diatoms, Spirogyra, that is the unbranched filamentous, right? You can see the body is filamentous. Filamentous. I don't know the exact term in singular. You can see that unbranched filamentous. Chlamydomonas. Diatoms is not a scientific name. Spirogyra is a scientific name. So you can write the names here as the examples. Then we will mention the features of algae. So these are also either unicellular or multicellular. තව ඉන්නවා දැන් අපි දන්නවා red algae, brown algae, green algae, ඊළඟට උල්වා කියලා green algae එකක් තියෙනවා. There are different types of algal varieties. Right? එතකොට ඒවත් මෙතන mention කරන්න පුළුවන් red algae, green algae, brown algae. Right? හරි. As the features, we can say they are either unicellular or multicellular. Right? Unicellular or multicellular. මේවා හරියටම දැනගන්න. Because in the MCQs, they will ask unicellular or multicellular. Then you can say the body form, the shape of the body form is thallus. Thallus means flat-bodied, right? Flat-bodied or filamentous. Filamentous. Then you can mention about the ability to photosynthesize since they possess chlorophyll, right? That is very important. They possess chlorophyll. Possess chlorophyll, the green pigment, and they have the ability to photosynthesize. Ability to photosynthesize. I will give you another 1 week. If you have any issue with your cameras, just get them done, right? Because I want to see you all. You all should be visible. Hari. Under the examples, I have to mention something. A green algae which is visible to our naked eye, that is known as ulva. Then phytoplanktons කියලා අහලා ඇති. These are unicellular algal varieties which are floating on water bodies, right? These are very important. These algae are very important as the primary producers in aquatic ecosystems, right? In the oceans, they contribute a lot for the oxygen production in the globe. Oxygen production එකට ලොකු contribution එකක් දෙනවා since they can photosynthesize. They are in the aquatic environments. You know, majority of the earth's surface is covered by water. So the algae contribute a lot for the production of oxygen since they act as the primary producers. හරි. එතකොට in addition to Chlamydomonas, diatoms and Spirogyra, you can mention ulva. It is a green algae which is visible to the naked eye. Ulva. Then we will mention about phytoplankton as well. Phytoplankton. These are floating on water, microscopic algae. Microscopic algae floating on water. Water bodies. Those are phytoplanktons. හරි නේද මේ mesandi mesandi no? Yes.
Just like phytoplankton, there is another term called
Zooplanktons. Yes.
and tardigrade and vertebrates, right?
Yes. Phytoplanktons and zooplanktons are there. Hari, have you finished? So we have one more group left. Those are virus. Adida, Shenaya, Yenuja. Right, we'll move on. Last one, ඊට පස්සේ video එකක් බලමුනේ. Virus, ලස්සනයිනේ, colorful. But all of them cause diseases, right? Though they are nice, they cause diseases. Yes. Which name, Pude? That is phytoplankton. 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 Okay. Hari. Yes. Bacteriophage virus, yes, they actually most of the virus, almost all of them cause diseases not only for us but for plants and animals, right? Almost all of them. HIV, how the HIV? Human immunodeficient virus, right? It causes AIDS. Then hepatitis B, Ebola virus, adenovirus, influenza, bacteriophage, ඊළඟට ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොඳට දන්න corona. Corona is the name of the virus. The name of the disease is COVID, right? It is also a virus. It had a crown-like thing, that is why it was known as corona. Hari. So, you know, a virus can be seen only through an electron microscope. They cannot be seen even through a compound microscope. These are that much small. These can be seen only through an electron microscope. And they have either DNA or RNA. They don't have both. They have either a DNA or a RNA molecule inside that. inside a protein capsid. That is why in the case of COVID-19, we were asked to wash our hands thoroughly by applying soap. Right? Then that protein capsid is destroyed. Okay. Hari. We will mention the features, examples දීලා තියෙනවා. නම් මෙතන corona දාගන්න. Influenza virus is given. එතකොට HIV stands for human immunodeficient virus කියලා for your general knowledge. You can put HIV human immunodeficient virus. HIV. Eතකොට it causes AIDS. AIDS stand for මොකටද? Yes. Acquired human දන්න ඕන immunodeficient virus කිව්වහම හරි. Right, acquired immunodeficient virus. Virus නෙමෙයි syndrome. Immunodeficient syndrome. Acquired immunodeficient syndrome. And then we'll write the features. Finished? හරි නේද? Shall I erase? Erase කළා. Then features you can say electron microscopic. Electron microscopic. They don't exhibit any living feature, right? Lian. They don't have a cellular organization. No cellular organization. No cellular organization. Then you can say they display both living and non-living characteristics. Display both living and non-living characteristics. They don't exhibit living characteristics like respiration, growth, right? The only living characteristic that they exhibit is multiplication. That also happens inside a living cell, right? අද අපිට presentations උත් තියනවාද? ඉන්න බලන්නම්ම. Multiply only inside living cells. Multiply only inside living cells. Then you can say they don't show any living characteristics such as respiration and growth. respiration and growth. About the presentations, let's see. Varni and the Varni.
Yes, teacher.
Are you ready, Varni?
No, teacher, I couldn't make the present.
Okay. Tanugi, no, is Tanugi here? Okay. Tanugi, නෑ වගේ. Taruk, Taruk, are you ready? Taruk. අනේ කතා කරන්න ඕනේ ඉතින්. Taruk, you have to turn on the video and just respond. Are you ready for the presentation? Taruk, are you there? I will have to ask from the parents then. Ovindu. Yes, Ovindu. Are the missing people? No, Ovindu is also not there. Only Taruk is there and Varni. Taruk is not responding. So what shall we do? Then we don't have any presentation today. Yes.
The presentation, like, week, 2 weeks or weeks, last week, you asked and Tiana to wait.
Okay. That is Tiana, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yes, Tiana. So are you ready? Yes. Dinayata dila තියෙනවා මම. Dinaya is also not available today. Dinaya නෑනේ. Dinayat නෑ. Kiara, right? Kiara. Kiarat නෑ. කට්ටිය නිවාඩු දාලද? Only Tiana is there. Shenaya? දුන්නේ නෑනේ. Shenaya, did I give you a topic? Shenaya, Rachel? Q&A, I have written the name Udan. And then the Q&A topics. Hari, Shenaya, your topic is food preservation, right? For the coming week. Right. Then Tiana, you can share your presentation. Tiana, you can share. I have allowed you to share. එතකොට those others, they will at least watch the recording now. Hari. So the ones who are watching the recording, just listen the names. Varni, Tanugi. Tanugi's topic is solar and lunar eclipses. Taruk, seasonal changes. Ovindu, moon and phases of moon. Then Dinaya, need of food preservation. Kiara, traditional methods of food preservation. Shenaya, I gave today food preservatives. Okay, Tiana, you can start. ඊට පස්සේ පුංචි break එකක් දීලා we will watch a video. Yes, Tiana.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about the modern methods of food preservation. First of all, I want to share with you about what we are speaking today. I'm giving you a small introduction about food preservation and the modern method, and then what are the two types of food preservation methods, modern food preservation method, a small explanation about the modern method, models of modern food preservation, and some functions. So let's start. Introduction. Do you know what is food preservation? Food preservation is a process of treating and handling food with stop or slow down spoilage. It helps maintain freshness, taste, and nutritional value. It extends the shelf life and reduces food waste. What are the two types of food preservation? There are two types of food preservation. Do you know what they are? Yes, we have learned about them. They are the traditional methods and the modern methods. Traditional methods are the methods that were used from all days. Modern methods, new methods that were with the development of technology. Modern food preservation methods, refrigeration and freezing, evaporation, high pressure processing, chemical preservation, dehydration, and drying. This method reads food at low temperature. It slows the growth of microorganisms. In this method, we use to store food like meat, fish, fruits, and vegetables. In refrigeration, food is stored in two parts. They are the refrigerator compartment and the freezer. The freezer, food stored here are meat, fish, and ice cream. Food stored in the refrigerator compartment are grains, vegetables, and fruit. Pasteurization. This is used for milk, fruit juice, more. In this method, it destroys harmful bacteria without changing taste. Also, food is heated and quickly cooled, especially liquid. Next, we talk about high pressure processing. It uses very high pressure instead of heat. In this method, uh, nutrients and flavor is preserved. This method is used for juices and ready meals. Chemical preservation. Their preservatives are added to control microbial growth. This method is used for sodium benzoate, citric acid, and sorbic acid. These are used. These are the examples of the preservatives. This method is used for jams, sauces, and wings. Importance of modern method of preservation. Prevents food spoilage, extends shelf life, reduces food wastage, maintains nutrition and taste, supports global food supply. Question. What is meant by food preservation method?
What do you mean by modern food preservation methods? Yes, we'll ask from yes කවුද කියන්නේ තරුෂි හොයලා මාවම තෝරාගත්තනේ yes තරුෂි what do you mean by modern methods of food preservation right actually to control the microbial growth on food these are modified methods right in addition to the traditional methods these modern methods are practiced in order to increase the shelf life of food right
Why is food preservation important today?
can you mention an importance of food preservation Isul yes Isul importance of food preservation yes Isul yes Isul what happened importance of food preservation මොකද ඉසුල් ලඩ්ස් වලට පස්සේ මොකද උනේ ඔක්කොම අමතක වුණාද කන් අතුරත් එක්කම ගියාද මතකය importance of food preservation හරි අපි වෙන කාගෙන් හරි අහමු හංසන
Help to reduce waste.
I help to minimize the wastage of food hari the answers have become visible yes anything else Mihaly there are so many uses of food preservation that is why we preserve food prevent food spoilage improved appearance improved quality of food improved nutritional value we can say yes Yenuji Yenu Lee right Yenu Lee increasing the shelf life of food okay Harry the third one
What is pasteurization?
what do you mean by pasteurization hands up those who know the answer yes yes Gimsari
The modern method of food preservation mostly used for milk.
A modern method of food preservation mostly used for milk or dairy products. Yes, Pawan, can you mention some specific things like the temperature used in pasteurization?
And we get only 2 and
2 to 3 minutes, right? Okay. During a very short period of time, right? A high temperature for a short period of time, relatively high temperature. Is that all? There are some more questions with the answers. Hari. Okay, you have mentioned the answer as well. Freeze drying. So actually the moisture content is removed by even refrigeration. We control the moisture as well as the temperature is controlled. And when the food items are frozen, actually their nutritional value as well as the appearance, the taste, these are preserved without any change, right? And then you have asked the differences in between refrigeration and deep freezing. Hari. Okay. Okay, Tiana, well done. She discussed about the modern methods of food preservation. Actually, now in most of the presentations, there is a these are well organized, right? There is a good order as well as there is a good flow, and you use appropriate pictures now. You all have improved. Good. හරි. එතකොට අර ඉස්සර සමහර අය කරනකොට දැන් ඒක ටික ටිකනේ හැදෙන්නේ අර වර්ඩින් ගොඩාක් දාලා එහෙම නැතුව දැන් හදනවා ලස්සනට නේද? most of you. Okay, well done. හරි. දැන් අම්මයි බ්‍රේක් එකක් දෙන්නේ කොයි වෙලාවද කියලා බල බල ඉන්නේ. ඉක්මනට ගිහිල්ලා බ්‍රේක් එකක් අරගෙන එන්න. ඊට පස්සේ we'll watch a video related to microorganisms and we'll move on to the rest of the things. හරි. break. Hari. Okay, now turn on the videos then. I know we'll watch the video related to microorganisms after the break, as I promised. Tardigrade. It's actually rather than a microorganism, microscopic animal. So it shows about the invisible world, micro world, right? Not only the groups of microorganisms. So I will show some of them. These are microscopic animals, right? This is a bacterium.
In this, we will learn about microorganisms. What are microorganisms? Also, microorganisms are some of the organisms. For example, bricks were for example, bacteria organisms or Anthony went microorganisms process food. This is organisms. All these area let's face area. These are organisms define their own two types of areas based on states. Common shaped, centrifugal A. Typical shaped, axon, heptacobacter, round shaped, or bacilli. Poly, micro shaped, or Frida. Borrelia, beneath. These are food. Live as is. Those such as rust, brew on algae, basic inequality. They have a whole and we can reach out to their own. Some of them and some consume soon. Why do let us see how microorganisms why shapes such increase only out this with
Okay. Then we'll move on. We have to discuss about their habitats actually, right? The habitats of these microorganisms, environments and substrates of microorganisms. Uh, so we mentioned that they have a wide range of habitats, right? They are widely distributed in our surroundings, right? In soil, water. Once we say water, it may be fresh water, then ponds. I thought fresh water කිව්වහම ponds, streams, lakes. ඊළඟට ocean is marine water and brackish water. In all types of water, we can find those microorganisms. Then the atmosphere extending to nearly 6 kilometers in the atmosphere, air, water, soil. Then on the bodies of plants and animals. Example, on our skin, on our fingertips, there may be several hundreds of microbes at this moment. Inside the bodies of plants and animals, in our mouth, in the food digestive system, even in the digestive system, there are favorable microorganisms as well, right? To produce certain vitamins. and ඔය කියන්නේ අර මොනවද චණ්ඩි බණ්ඩි කියන probiotics කියලා එහෙම කියන්නේ probiotics are the favorable bacteria. එතකොට they just advertise them related to yogurt advertisements, but they are naturally available, right, in our digestive tract. Probiotics, favorable bacteria living in our digestive tract. In the urinary tract, right, then in bloodstream, when we get some of the diseases, they have entered our bloodstream. That is, as in some of the cases, the when a pathogen enters the body, to fight against the pathogen, the white blood cell count increases. That is why we are asked to take a full blood count. So the doctors can see whether the white blood cell count has been increased. So they can decide whether it is a bacterial disease or a viral disease. Likewise, in food, fish, meat, fruits and vegetables, and also in the dairy products, for the production of these dairy products, they become important. Now we have discussed about food preservation. In some of the cases, we control the growth of unfavorable microorganisms and we promote the growth of favorable microorganisms. Harsh extreme environments such as hot water springs, deserts, ocean bed, polar glaciers, salty swarms, petrol, diesel, that type of harsh environments, especially bacteria, are capable of living in this type of harsh or extreme environments, right? So that is the that becomes sometimes, especially when the pathogens can survive in that type of extreme environments, they can easily tolerate the other conditions, so they become resistant to all the other environmental conditions. So they can survive successfully in the environment. In compost piles, because microorganisms, the two groups of microorganisms, bacteria and fungi, become, yes, they become useful for the decomposition. In toxic waste materials on the rocks everywhere, everywhere. So let's see the effects of microorganisms. So as I told you, most of these microorganisms are useful, right? They have been used in industries from the past. They are essential to maintain the environmental equilibrium, right? Think if the decomposers were not there, if the bacteria and fungi were not there, what will happen to the environment? Yes, now either. There may be heaps of garbage around us. Neither. Hitala balan, if they were not available, kochuk loku udawak dekama kiyala. Right? So the balance in the environment is maintained. Why? They recycle the materials. The plants absorb the nutrients from soil, then animals obtain those nutrients through food, right? Then what happens? Then when these plants and animals are dead, the dead bodies get decomposed and those nutrients are added back to soil, right? So the materials are being recycled. In the nitrogen cycle, we mention about a number of bacteria, yes. Then in the carbon cycle also, they become important through decomposition. So they are important to maintain the balance, the equilibrium in the environment. There are certain harmful impacts as well. First, we are discussing about the beneficial impacts, right? The benefits. Even in people, we should be able to see the good side of a person or any incident rather than looking at the bad side always. හොඳ දේවල් 45ක් තිබිලා වැරදි 5ක් තිබුණාම අර වැරදි 5 highlight කරන්න හොඳ නෑ, right? You have to talk about the good things. නේද? If you are given a glass of water which is filled half, ඒකේ භාගයක් නෑ කියනවට වඩා භාගයක් තියෙනවා කියන එක තමයි දකින්න ඕනේ in your lives also. Right? Always try to see the good side of everything. Then the life will be more convenient for you all. නේද? එහෙම අපි අර හොඳ දේවල් දකිනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? The good things will get attracted, right? If a person sees always the bad side, the faults, wrong things of others, then those things will be attracted. එතකොට එහෙම අයට අහන්න වෙන්නේත් ඒ වගේ අර වැරදි කරපු ඒවා නරක දේවල් තමයි අහන්න වෙන්නේ. හැබැයි අර හැම දෙයකම හොඳ පැත්ත දකින අයට ඒ වගේ දේවල් attract වෙනවා. Right? The law of attraction. හරි. So the beneficial effects, applications of under the beneficial effects, we are discussing about the applications of microorganisms in agriculture, in medicine, and in industries. How they become useful. Okay? Hari. So first we'll see the applications of microorganisms in agriculture. Then ඔගොල්ලෝ පාඩම් කරද්දිත් if you are making a short note, you have to mention like that, beneficial effects in agriculture. Agriculture on we are classifying gene technology and nitrogen fixation likewise. You can make a mind map by using those. හරිද? ඔයාලා දකිනවා මෙහෙම තමයි උගන්වලා තියෙන්නේ ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් I can summarize the things like that. Beneficial effects of microorganisms. Benefits, then disadvantages or harmful impacts. Under the benefits, we are discussing about benefits in agriculture, medicine, industries. Even in agriculture, we talk about gene technology, nitrogen fixation, then production of compost, likewise. ඒ වගේ අර topics ටික වෙන් කරලා ලස්සනට you can summarize. Gene technology. So microorganisms are used to enhance and enrich the harvest. So now you know the population is increasing. Population is gradually increasing. Actually, not gradually, it is being increased at a rapid rate. So the demand for food is also being increased accordingly. Therefore, in order to fulfill the demand, then the food production should be increased. Right? For that, we can make use of this modern technology, gene technology. Actually what they do is they identify a favorable gene. You know the genes now, the characteristics of our body as well as functions are determined by genes, right? So the scientists identify certain favorable genes of a particular organism, favorable characteristic, and what is the gene responsible for that characteristic, right? Then after that they can separate. මේ කියන තරම් simple නෙමෙයි, it is a complex process, right? They can identify that favorable gene and introduce that gene to another organism. Then that organism will also get that favorable gene. For example, they have identified the gene which is responsible for that yellow pigment in carrot, carotene. Carotene is the pigment. So they have extracted the gene responsible for the production of that and introduced it into paddy. Then the paddy also produces that pigment which is enriched with vitamin A. So we call it as golden rice. කහපාට rice එකක් තමයි හැදෙන්නේ. එතකොට අර අපි අර කහබත් හදන එක නෙමෙයි මේ කිව්වේ. අපි දැන් සහල් ගත්තාම the paddy that is yellow in color, it is enriched with vitamin A. So that is known as golden rice. Then they have identified genes of certain plants or even animals. Then animal genes, so plants වලට apply කරපු වෙලාවල් තියෙනවා. They have identified the genes which are responsible for tolerating the dry conditions. We'll say an aquatic animal living who can tolerate the dry conditions. Again, a less amount of water. They have identified that gene and introduced that into another plant. We'll say once again paddy. So that paddy plants are capable of tolerating less water levels. So they can survive in the drought conditions. They identify favorable genes and introduce it into the genome of another organism, right? So that is used in agriculture as well as in the medicinal field, right? Hari, let's see. So, applications of Kela, I have given some space. So I will show you the place since you haven't got the textbooks yet. Some textbooks හම්බෙලා නැහැ නේ කොහොමද හම්බ වෙනාය? Yes, those who have got the textbooks. Kimsari, you have got. Yanuja, you have got. Uvindu. Hari. Only 3 of you. Hari. What is this? Oh, the wrong one. This is. No, this is the correct one. Amedin Harima Tanada. Golden rice, me? Normal rice and golden rice. Point wise, you are not given. Hari. So we can point them out. So what are the applications of gene technology in agriculture? You all can see the board, right? Isala penna kiwad them penada. 3 of you mentioned that you can't see the board. Then penada pute Hansana? Hari, okay. In agriculture, crop harvest is enhanced and enriched by producing drought resistant species. Drought resistant, as I told. On a crop harvest is enhanced and enriched by producing we can say producing drought resistant crops. Producing drought resistant crops. Aliana number 1. Producing drought resistant crops. Along producing pest resistant crops. Producing pest resistant crops. Then that is number 2, pest resistant. They have the ability to tolerate the pest attacks. Then producing crops with high nutrients and taste. Example, golden rice. Crops with high nutritional value and taste. Hari. Then you are given that biological pesticides. An organism acting in order to control another pest. The method examples the genes of the bacterium Erwinia iridivora is used to develop golden rice enriched with vitamin A. ඒ නම් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. අපි ලියමු Erwinia iridivora ගැන. ඊළඟට genes of bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis is muted in Ziamase genome. Ziamase කියන්නේ ඉරිඟු. Ziamase genome to produce toxins to crop pests. Right? The biological pesticides have been developed as well as biological weedicides. Biological pesticides as well as biological weedicides. Biological pesticides and biological weedicides. Harida, finished? Did you write them down? Ivarat Pute, shall I clear the things? Number 1, producing drought resistant crops. Number 2, producing pest resistant crops. Number 3, producing crops with high nutritional value and taste or high nutrients and taste. Then number 4, producing biological pesticides. Number 5, producing biological weedicides. on a golden rice දැක්ක නේද? Then right. එතකොට applications මෙතන examples දීලා තියෙනවා. Examples genes of bacterium Erwinia iridivora. අනයාව දීලා තියෙනවා. Erwinia iridivora is used. එතන ලියන්න for the blank you can write Erwinia iridivora. Erwinia iridivora is used in developing golden rice. Is used in developing golden rice. ලියන්නද මම? Is used in developing golden rice enriched with vitamin A. Hari. Then genes of bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis මොකටද use කළා කිව්වේ? It is muted with Ziamase genome to produce toxins to crop pests, right? Genes of bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis is ලියාගන්න is muted in Ziamase genome. Ziamase. Ziamase. Since it is a scientific name, you have to underline. Ziamase genome to produce toxins to crop pests. Hari. Done. Then we have to mention about nitrogen fixation as well as producing compost, biopesticides, තව topics තුනක්ම තියෙනවා under agriculture. එතකොට I will mention that in the coming week, right? නැත්තම් මාන්සිට ඇතිනේ දැන් පුතේ ඔය ටික ගොඩ ගහ ගන්න එපා. දැන් අද කළා ඊළඟ දවසේ ආයි open කරන්න තියාගන්න එපා. Those who haven't joined, I will share the recording. ඒගොල්ලොත්ත් ඇහෙයිනේ. recording බලනකොට මේ එතකොට just finish this today or tomorrow itself, right? මේ අවුරුද්දේවත් පටන් ගන්න ඒ විදිහට. එදා ටික පාඩම් කරලා බලන්න කලේ නැත්තම් ඔයාලට තේරෙයි කොච්චර ඒක පහසුද කියලා. හරිද? ඒ නිසා එදා පාඩම් කරගන්න. පාඩම් කරනවා කියන්නේ ඒ ටික මතක් කරගන්න short notes හදනවා නම් එහෙමයි නැත්නම් highlight කරගන්න. Then that's done. So in another 2-3 days you can revise once again by taking 10 minutes. Right? 10 minutes. එහෙම ටික ටික තනින් අරගෙන මතක් කරනවා. එතකොට when the term test is close by for the third term we have in I will tell you how many, sorry, not for the third term, for the first term you have 5 lessons, right? 5 lessons. Applications of microorganisms. I will show you the table of contents. There are 5 units for the first term. Applications of microorganisms, eye and the ear, bit lengthy. We have to learn about the structure of the eye and the diseases as well as disorders associated with the eye, and also the structure of the ear. ඊළඟට natural and nature and properties of matter. Right, you have learned about matter, physical changes, chemical changes last year. So here we are talking about elements, compounds and mixtures in grade 10 also. The third unit, you will learn how to write the chemical formula. එතකොට මේවා මේ අවුරුද්දේ අමතක කරලා grade 10 වලට යන්න බෑ. This knowledge is continued, right? ඊළඟට basic concepts associated with force. Nice lesson. And very easy. Force is also something essential in physics in grade 10 also. Then pressure exerted by solids. එතකොට අන්තිම lessons දෙකම physics lessons. එතකොට අර එච්චර heavy නෑ first term එක. හරිද? හැබැයි ටිකක් heavy වෙනවා second term එකට යනකොට. හරිද? Human circulatory system. සමහර ඉස්කෝලවල circulatory system එකත් first term එකට දානවා. හැබැයි in the syllabus they say first 5 units for the first term, right? ඊට පස්සේ plant growth substances, support and movement of organisms. When we make evolutionary process we have to discuss. ඊට පස්සේ lengthy lessons තමයි මේ ඊළඟ ටික part 2 එකේ තියෙන lengthy ඒවා එනවා මේ green concept. ඊළඟට artificial environment and green concept එකත් ඔන්නම් part 2 contents පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. වැඩි වුණානේ. හරි. මේ තියෙන contents electrolysis, density, biodiversity. ඔන්න ගොඩාක් දේවල් පාඩම් කරන්න තියෙන lesson එකක් biodiversity. But these are very important actually. The green concept වගේ දේවල්, those are very important now in this natural disasters also occur mainly due to human activities. Those landslides occur since the people have removed the plant cover, the top of the mountains. Therefore the soil is washed away easily. How to manage the land for agricultural activities, all these are taught in artificial environment and green concept that is newly added for that this grade 9 again ඔයගොල්ලන්ට නෙමෙයි මේ book එක අලුතෙන් add කරපු ඒවා අනිත් ඒවා නම් කලින් තිබුණා. Reflection and refraction of waves. ඊළඟට nano technology add කරලා තියෙනවා, right? Simple machines, somewhat lengthy, we have to do lot of calculations there. Nanotechnology and its application, a new topic. Lightning accidents and natural disasters. On the number 1, cyclones. Right? The sustainable use of natural resources. That's the end. And there are 19 lessons. For the first term, 5 lessons. First term එක ටිකක් බර අඩුයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට. හැබැයි ඊට පස්සේ ගොඩක් දේවල් පාඩම් කරන්න තියෙනවා. නිසා අපි පුළුවන් තරම් ඉක්මනට කරගෙන යන් ඉස්සරහට. දැන් next week අපි බලමු, will give the maximum effort to finish the work. අර මම grade 8 revision එකකුත් කරන නිසා බලමු අපි just to finish. ඊට පස්සේ I එක ගැන in detail කතා කරන්න තියෙනවා in the second unit. Meanwhile I will share the tute for the second unit as well. ඔයගොල්ලෝ print outs එම අරන් ලෑස්ති වෙලා ඉන්න. හරි. Okay, then study the things and most importantly stay safe, right? It is said that in some of the areas once again they can experience heavy rains in the coming few days, especially from 9th to 11th, 9th 10th 11th and also 12th අනයිදසලයි වහිනවා කියලා තියෙනවා සමහර පැතිවලට ගොඩක් එනිසා stay safe, right? Okay, good night, see you on next Friday night.